So we're talking about organization today. I am not the best at organization or planning, but I try my best, and I do have a few tools that help me keep organized, and that's what we're going to share with you today are some of my tips of keeping organized while having a great homeschool, like making our homeschool routines just flow better. Having a plan and being organized every week, I go through our meals, like I go through our cabinets, see what we have in our cabinets to get ready for the meal plan for the week. I usually do this Thursday, Friday, depending on what the day looks like. If we get done with homeschooling earlier on Thursdays, then I'll go ahead and do it on Thursdays so that going into the weekend, I don't have anything else to do. However, if it's really busy on Thursdays, and because science experiments tend to get a little wild sometimes and we get extra involved, I will do my planning on Fridays, because Fridays are sort of our fun Fridays. The kids are have a little bit more autonomy. On Fridays, they get to choose sort of what they want to do. My second biggest tool that I use is Google Calendar. Google Calendar helps us. I share the calendar with myself and my husband and my oldest. The two younger ones, I don't really share it with them yet. I use Google Classroom for them to keep them on track, which we'll talk about in just a second too, because that helps keep us organized. But Google Calendar, I put our meals on there, any appointments, when Aiden, my oldest, works, when my husband works, because my husband's schedule gets a little bit crazy sometimes, especially when he's having to do mandatory overtime or whatnot. So that really helps us, and then my husband can go into the calendar and say, hey, do we have anything to do this day? If not, then he can pick up extra overtime if needed or if wanted, especially down around this time when we just had Christmas and spent a bunch of money. Not a bunch. You know what I'm saying. Like, everybody spends during the holiday. So that keeps us organized. My son can go in there and say, hey, like, I'm working on these days, so he can put that in the schedule. If he needs to schedule an appointment or needs me to go with him somewhere, then he is able to see that as well. And then if we have any family like events together, or we have any extracurriculars that I need help getting people to or kids to, then my husband and my oldest can jump in and see what is going on and help with those. Would be the Google Classroom that I was talking about. This one sort of was a game changer for us. We started it probably 4 weeks into our homeschooling this year, and it's actually nice. I schedule out what the kids need to do for the day, and they're able to go in and check off everything that they have done or needed to do. They can ask questions if they don't want to just come to me right away, or if I'm busy, and they can ask questions in there and I can get back to them later. We do a lot of it together. However, my middle son, my 10-year-old, he likes to get a head start. So he likes to know what is going on for the day, where we stand, what is going to be done, if we have videos to watch, if we're just doing reading, especially in history. History, I had mentioned in one of my other videos that it was a little bit of a rough start for us because it was a lot of literature-based history, and my middle son, his attention span just wasn't there. And so for him, like when he sees that there's videos, he is more excited about the day. And he knows what to expect, so that he's ready for that as well. We all have chores. We all have daily chores. We all have weekly chores. This keeps my household running smooth so that I'm not constantly having to pick up after everybody, and everybody knows what they're supposed to do. I don't have to scream and yell and tell everybody what they need to do. It is automatic. After dinner, we have a routine. We all pitch in to help clean up after dinner, because nobody wants to wake up the next morning and have to do dishes or have to clean up and then start school. So most of our routine is done at night so that the next morning we hit the ground running and we're not behind. Are there gonna still be a little bit of dishes to put in the dishwasher in the morning? Of course, we have breakfast, we have stuff throughout the day, there's lunch, and we do need to do that, but we are expected to take care of our own things. So if we made ourselves lunch that day, then whatever we used for lunch, we are expected to clean up. And this routine allows the kids to know exactly what is expected of them. So it creates that organization. We have specific places for things after to put in place, and they know what they're supposed to do and where it's supposed to go. And so that helps keep our routine running smooth and our organization. They know we have an area where all of our books go and all of our curriculum goes, and they know exactly where to go get said book or said subject or worksheets, so that they are ready when I'm ready. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna be starting language arts. They know exactly where to go and to get those. If you have a designated area, it makes things run smoothly. Not only that, but then for organization purposes, it goes back to where it's supposed to be. And then at the end of the day, everything goes back there and everything gets cleaned up, and the desks go back to where they're supposed to go, and the chairs go back to where they're supposed to go. And if the kids grabbed a blanket, they know that there's a basket for the blanket. And their books, they know where the science books go and the history books go. And they have a basket for their daily lessons, and their tablets that they use for Google Classroom. Until next time, guys,